Latest retail sales results show a September to remember. Joining us now first on CNBC, Auto Nation Chairman and CEO Mike Jackson. Mike, good morning. This has become a regular feature for us. This is embargoed till now, so tell us, what was September like?
Joe, Becky, good morning. As you said, September to remember, we retailed 18,040 units. That's an increase of 35%. And I have to say, of course, it was the easiest comparison of my career. I've been looking forward to comping against September of last year for a year when we were sold out due to cash for clunkers. So to put the whole cash for clunkers in context, if you take the third quarter, we did outsell for the quarter by 3% the cash for clunker performance of the prior year. What's also interesting about September is the resurgence of the domestics continue. They were up 54% for us. Pickup trucks were up 50%. Chrysler Corporation led the way, being up 64%. The new Jeep Grand Cherokee is an absolute hit. It's bringing customers back into the Chrysler showrooms, and the predictions of the demise of Chrysler are premature, absolutely.
Why are pickup trucks going if housing's still so weak, Mike? It's usually correlated, isn't it?
It is indeed correlated. I think small business looking forward believes the economy is going to improve. So I think that's a positive sign. However, they have been postponing pickup sales purchases, Joe, for almost...
All right, we're taking some hits. Are you back, Mike?
Worn out vehicles.
Okay.
That happen.
We want to get a shot of. I want to see if this is working okay, Mike. You were breaking up, and then we heard some final audio. Let me just check. Are you there now? And can you hear me?
Joe, I can hear you fine.
Okay, you look good.
The question is, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. And
all right, good. And now, Joe, I want to say one thing. If I look at this past summer, it was all about Memorial Day, Labor Day, and 4th of July. And Labor Day was absolutely spectacular. Now, the next big event on the calendar is Election Day. I haven't figured out how to make that into a sales day yet. But I think it is an important tipping point for the entire psychology in the marketplace of how this recovery is going to play out, because the absolute numbers are still at a depression. We're talking about tax increases during a great recession for the last 2 years, which has created massive uncertainty and lack of confidence in the marketplace. And now the Democrats weren't even able to deal with the tax issue prior to the election. So what happens in this election for midterm is almost at a presidential level. I think it'll be a distraction in the marketplace throughout October. And I really hope we don't wake up on early November with Pelosi, Reid, and Obama still in charge of this recovery.
Mike, we got some news from GM. I'd like to ask you whether whether the cars are selling as well as some of the other domestics, and then ask you whether you know or have any insight as to why they're cutting down on or there's reports that they're going to cut down on the size of the IPO.
Well, Joe, I just spent last week a full day in Detroit. I visited all the future products from Chrysler Corporation and General Motors. And I'm really happy to report for General Motors that despite the fact they went through the bankruptcy and all the disruption that could have caused, clearly the designers and the engineers never took their eye off the ball. They got a great pipeline, and what they currently have is selling well. We were up 50% for General Motors in the month of September. Now, I have absolutely no insight as to the timing and the amounts of the IPO, but I am very optimistic. If I look at the investment that was made in the auto industry, the government's going to get almost all of its money back. And an industry that was absolutely vital with highly skilled jobs to the economic recovery was saved. So on that point, for both Republicans and Democrats, I give high marks.
Okay. All right, Mike. Thanks for your time this morning. We'll see you again next month.
Good seeing you this morning.